news. We have the finalists for the Ultimate Wedding Contest 2018, and all I can tell you is their stories are amazing. It's truly impossible for us to pick a winner, so fate's gonna make the decision. We're gonna put all the names in a hat and pick one out, and that lucky couple is gonna be the winner of the contest. So stay tuned and watch their stories. They're fabulous.
My name is Paul Russo.
And I'm Leah Palazola.
Awesome, and how did you guys meet?
So we've known each other for about 15 years. We went to middle school together, met in 8th grade. He asked me to the 8th grade luau.
And did you say yes?
Yes.
All right, good.
My first girlfriend.
Yeah, we started dating after that for about 2 years into high school, and then we broke up.
My fault, thinking that I'm too young to be in a serious relationship. I got to get out there and not see the world, just experience a bunch of different things. So my fault, definitely.
It happens. It happens to the best of us, right?
I think luckily we were so young that we stayed friends, and we have been friends with the same group of people for our whole life, so we've stayed really close. And then both went off to college, did our own thing, both went to grad school, found ourselves back home, both single,
Yes.
and reconnected around that time.
Awesome. Now, what's your story, Paul?
So that part is the cute part of our story. We also have a heavier part of it, and it's when we got home from school. We, like she said, we just got our master's degrees. At the time, I was 23, just got my master's, started at a huge accounting firm in Boston, and we started to casually date, but again, my fault where I didn't want it to be too serious because, like I said, I just got my master's, I'm a professional now, I want to see the world and, and live the bachelor life. But we were casually dating, and so I was 23 at that time. 2 weeks before my 24th birthday, it was actually 2 weeks ago, because my birthday was 2 weeks ago too.
Well, happy birthday.
Thanks. So 2 weeks before my 24th birthday, the morning of October 31st, 2014, I had 2 major seizures back to back, and I was rushed to the hospital. At the time, I was living at my parents' house. She lived with her mom, and I was rushed to the hospital, and they did CAT scans and MRIs and a biopsy. I still have a scar on my head, and they told me that I have brain cancer. And actually, the very first thought that came to my mind when they told me that, the very first thing was, oh man, I'm already going to cry. I don't know when, but I do know how I'm going to die. And at 23 years old, who thinks that? So I spent a week in the hospital there, them taking tests, trying to come up with a plan on how to treat me. And at that time in the hospital, she came to see me, and I'll never forget, you brought me a Reese's, right? And the cutest gift is like, what are you supposed to give a kid who just got diagnosed with cancer? There's no actual gift,
Yeah.
So she came with a candy bar. And right there and then I thought to myself, Paul, stop the casual dating thing. The girl of your dreams is right by your bedside now. She's the one, So that was how it kind of, it got more serious.
After
and then,
that, yeah.
So after that, I was dismissed from the hospital, and I had to go through 12 months, 12 rounds of chemo. And at 20,
That was a challenge.
at 24 years old, 12 months of chemo, that's not something you hear about a lot. And the reason why I know she's the one for me is because she stuck with me the whole time, and she never, I would think that she would want to stay away from someone with brain cancer because she's a healthy girl. She has a long life to live, and I'm not sure if I do or not. So she stuck with me that whole time. Our friends at the time were 23, 24. They're still going out to bars and stuff, and I would stay home on the weekends a lot, and she would stay with me. So she gave up that year to stay with me. A lot of the things I thought about in that hospital bed were things like, I'm not going to be able to outlive my parents, and that's going to kill them. Another thought you shouldn't have at 23. I'm never going to see my friends get married. I'm never going to get married. If I do, I'm never going to become a father. And I keep going back to the fact that who thinks about those things at 23 years old? So connecting to the part about, I'm never going to get married, I luckily was able to cross off the bucket list of proposing.
Let's see the ring. Awesome. Love it.
And
we're very happy we've reached that point, for sure.
So,
no, it's definitely a testament to your relationship. That's amazing, guys.
Yeah, our first real year back dating, besides when we were younger, so as older, we were 24, was him going through chemo and just getting diagnosed with cancer. So right off the bat, I feel like it was a huge test of our love and our relationship and how we were going to handle the situation, especially in the first year of dating again, getting to know each other and at a new level all over again. It was a lot. And we're still working through.
There we go. Still going strong.
We're
Love
pushing.
To see it.
Yeah, he's the strongest guy I know.
That's excellent.
For sure.
How did you guys hear about this contest?
So the contest, my mother saw the posting on Facebook. She saw the ad in the news on CBS, and she texted me and called me and told me about it. And it sounded like an amazing thing. And I know that we have quite the story to tell, but I wasn't expecting to be a finalist or expecting to win. I just wanted to submit my story and see what happens because, worst comes to worst, we lose and we're in the same situation we're in now. So
yeah, nothing to lose, right?
Right. So I can thank my mother for us being here.
Awesome. Well, let's give Mom a hand. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Now, have you guys been checking out anything having to do with the Ultimate Wedding, the vendors, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So he applied, and I actually didn't even know that he applied. After we got engaged, we haven't really done much. We're just we weren't sure what we were going to be able to do for a wedding. And I think this was him trying to help out and do his part, which was incredible. So then once I found out he applied, and then shortly after that we found out we were finalists, it was just holy cow, this is amazing. This could be life-changing for us, for sure.
Yeah. It's life-changing because obviously these days weddings are very expensive. And it all comes back to my diagnosis where I don't know how long I'm going to be here, so I wouldn't want an expensive wedding to, drive our debt up, and then I'm no longer here and the debt's all on her. I can't do that to her. And, there's things like a wedding can drive back when we can have kids because of the expense. It can, and all those things, but especially, I wouldn't want to lose this battle, and if I lost the battle, that would be selfish of me, because the debt would be on her, not me. So that's selfish. So I thought this contest would, would help us with that.
This is why he's so amazing, because he's dealing with everything he's dealing with and going through, and still thinks about me and puts me first, which is just
yeah, it's amazing.
how could I not love him and be here?
I'm sorry.
Well, it's very exciting. Have you looked at any of the vendors more?
Yeah.
Or anyone?
So after we found out we were finalists, I was looking on the Ultimate's website about all the vendors that are going to be a part of this contest, and the first thing that stood out to me was the dress vendor, Maury Lee. I said, that rings a bell, and I looked on my Instagram, and I already follow them. It's the only bridal gown account that I follow, and I'm obsessed with their dresses. They're beautiful. So I just thought that was so weird and maybe like a sign of some sort, like meant to be almost. So I would be thrilled about that. We also checked out the venue, Pierce Farm in Topsfield. We checked it out online. It looks amazing. It looks like it has maybe like a rustic type feel to it, which is what we
love.
Yeah, that's totally us for sure.
Yeah.
So we would be excited about that. Checked out the tanning salon. Big thing for a bride.
Yep, tanning, hair, makeup.
Hair,
nails.
makeup with all the girls and our moms. That would
And
be
then
amazing.
Also, the caterer, the ring.
Yes.
You guys would be all set. The Disney.
Oh yeah, let us tell you, we want to go to Disney.
There you go.
We do, and
You're never too old
we
for
haven't
Disney.
gone yet because we don't have a ton of money, and we're trying to be smart with our life, and we do want to have a wedding, and we do want to buy a house, and we do want to have kids. Disney's not number one on the list, but I have looked into Disney vacations, and we haven't made it, and that would be incredible. Never too old for that.
The like we talked about the expenses and stuff. We even thought about just going down to City Hall and being eloped, because that will save the money, and that again is my fault because of the possibility of me not being here for a long time. And she said that she would be down for that. She would elope, and for her to even give up a wedding and the wedding dress, and that's sometimes you definitely settled. You definitely did.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, guys. I don't think anyone's settled. I think you two look like you're right for each other. So you guys made the right decision.
Yeah, I think life brought us back to each other for a reason.
I wouldn't be here without her. Like I said, what 24-year-old girl just starting her life, starting her teaching career, would want to not go out on weekends for her, her 24th year, to stay in with her boyfriend that's going through chemo.
And we're announcing this on Tuesday, December 5th, so you guys have a couple pretty intense days coming up, kind of waiting.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're so excited and so thankful to be here and to be a finalist. Thankful to all you in the Ultimate for giving us a shot at this. It would be life-changing for anyone, for sure.
If the cost of this contest for me is brain cancer, to give her the wedding of her dreams, that's a price I will pay every single day.
That's amazing. Well,
We have good thoughts. We are hoping for the best.
all right, guys.
Whatever's meant to be will be.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.